Hello everyone, welcome back to the Novel Garden. So now let's continue A Tale of Two Cities novel summary, written by Charles Dickens. After Charles Darnay is acquitted, he leaves the courtroom with Dr. Manette, Lucie, and Mr. Lorry and Mr. Stryver. Dr. Manette has rebuilt his life, though memories of his imprisonment still trouble him. At times, Lucie acts as a source of comfort and strength for her father. Later, Sydney Carton joins Darnay at a tavern. Although Carton looks very much like Darnay, his life is completely different. He is unhappy, drinks heavily, and feels that no one cares about him. After Darnay leaves, Carton sadly reflects on his wasted potential and sees in Darnay a reminder of what he might have become. After the trial, Sydney Carton visits Mr. Stryver's apartment. Stryver prizes Carton for helping save Charles Darnay by pointing out their strong resemblance in court. Their partnership is compared to a lion and a jackal. Stryver receives the credit while Carton does much of the hard work behind the scenes. Stryver remarked that Carton has always been intelligent but lacks ambition and direction. Carton admits that he has wasted his abilities and lives without purpose. When they discuss Lucie Manette, Stryver admires her beauty, while Carton pretends to be indifferent, though hints suggest he may secretly have feelings for her. 4 months later, Mr. Lorry visits Dr. Manette's home and talks with Mrs. Pross, who is fiercely protective of Lucie. They discuss Dr. Manette's old shoemaking bench, which he still keeps as a reminder of his imprisonment. Later, Charles Darnay tells a story about a prisoner who left a hidden message in a cell wall. The story briefly disturbs Dr. Manette because it reminds him of his own past. That evening, Lucie, Darnay, Carton, and the others sit together, listening to the echoing footsteps outside. Lucie imagines that these footsteps represent people and events that will one day enter their lives, foreshadowing important changes to come. In Paris, a powerful nobleman known as Monsignor lives in extreme luxury while ordinary people suffer in poverty. Among his guests in the cruel Marquis Evermont. As the Marquis drives restlessly through the streets, his carriage kills a poor child. Instead of showing sympathy, he throws money at the grieving father, gasps and insults the common people. Someone angrily throws a coin back at him as he leaves. Madame Defarges silently watches the incident while knitting, symbolizing the growing anger of the oppressed people. The Marquis Evermonde arrives at his village, where the peasants live in extreme poverty and hunger. He shows no concern for their suffering and treats them with contempt. The road mender tells him that a mysterious man was hanging onto the back of his carriage during the journey. Later, a grieving woman begs the Marquis to place a marker on her husband's grave, but he coldly ignores her. When the Marquis reaches the chateau, he asks whether his nephew Charles has arrived from England. Charles Darnay visits his uncle, the Marquis Evremont, and declares that he wants no part of the family's wealth or title. He condemns the Evremont family for its cruelty and oppression of the poor. The Marquis rejects Darnay's view and remains proud of his noble status. The next morning, however, he is found murdered in his bed, with a knife through his heart. A note signed Jacques is left behind, suggesting revenge by the oppressed people. Years later, Charles Darnay is working as a French teacher in London. He tells Dr. Manette that he loves Lucie and promises that he will never come between the close bond of father and daughter. Dr. Manette is impressed by Darnay's honesty and promises to support him. If Lucie chooses him, Darnay tries to reveal his real identity, but Manette asks him to wait until the day of his wedding. After Darnay leaves, memories of the past overwhelm Dr. Manette and he briefly returned to shoemaking, showing that the scars of his imprisonment still remain. One night, Sydney Carton and Mr. Stryver are working together. When Stryver proudly announces that he plans to marry Lucie Manette, Carton hides his feeling and pretends not to care. Though the news clearly affected him, Stryver advises Carton to marry a respectable woman and improve his life before he ends up lonely and poor. Stryver plans to propose to Lucie, but Mr. Lorry advises him to wait. After learning that Lucie would not accept him, Stryver quickly gives up the idea and pretends that he never cared much about it. Sydney Carton honestly tells Lucie that he has wasted his life and believes he cannot change. He confesses that she has inspired him to become a better person, even though he feels beyond redemption. Carton promises that he would do anything for Lucie and would even sacrifice his life for her happiness. Jerry Cruncher learned that Roger Clive, one of the witnesses against Charles Darnay, has been buried later that night. Jerry secretly goes to the cemetery to dig up the body and sell it to the medical researchers. His son follows him and discovers his father's secret profession as a discretion man. As a resurrection man, a person who steals bodies from graves for money. At the Defarges wine shop, a road mentor tells the story of a man who murdered that Marquis Evremonde and was later executed. The revolutionaries called Jackers discuss taking revenge of the aristocracy. Madame Defarge secretly knit that name of people marked for death into her knitting. Later, the Defarge take the road mender to see the king and queen. His enthusiastic support the royals convinces them that the nobles remain unaware of the growing revolutionary anger. A police spy named John Bassett begins watching the Defarge, and the people sent Antony Madame Defarge calmly add his name to her secret knitting register of enemies. Bassett revealed that Lucie Manette is going to marry Charles Darnay, the nephew of the hated Marquis Evremont. Hearing this, Madame Defarge also added Darnay's name to her list. While Defarge feels uneasy about it because of his connection, Dr. Manette. On the eve of Lucie and Darnay's wedding, Dr. Manette reflects on how Lucie has brought happiness and healing to his life. After years of suffering, he speaks openly about his time in prison and expresses his gratitude for her love and support. On the morning of Lucie and Darnay's wedding, Darnay tells Dr. Manette a secret that deeply affects him. After the newlywed leave, Dr. Manette suffers a relapse and returns to making shoes, as he did during his imprisonment. For 9 days, Mr. Lorry and Miss Pross quietly care for him until he finally recovers. After 9 days, Dr. Manette recovers from his relapse and returned to normal. He explained that the painful memory from his past likely triggered the episode, but believes it will not happen again. Before leaving to visit Lucie and Darnay, he agrees to let Mr. Lorry remove the shoemaking tools. While he is away, Mr. Lorry and Miss Pross destroy the shoemaker's bench and tool to help free him from the painful memories of his imprisonment. After Lucie and Darnay's return from their honeymoon, Sydney Carton visits them and asks to be accepted as a friend of the family. He apologizes for his past behavior and wishes to remain close to their household. When Darnay criticizes Carton's careless lifestyle, Lucie defends him. Believing that he has a kind but troubled heart, Darnay agrees to treat Carton with understanding. So now it's time to take a break. We will continue the story and explore the events that follow. Thank you for listening to the Novel Garden. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. Okay, take care, bye bye and happy reading. Goodbye.